Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review and demo on this foundation here, which is the new Maybelline Dream Flawless Nude Foundation. Okay, so like I said, this is the new Maybelline Dream Flawless Nude Foundation. It's not been out very long here in the UK, it is relatively new. It's available in 7 shades and the price is $8.99. I hadn't really heard a lot about this foundation when it first came out. It was actually my boyfriend who first brought it to my attention because he said it might be something that I might really like. But after that I kind of forgot about it. I didn't hear anybody else speaking about it, didn't really see any adverts for it, that kind of thing. So it kind of just, I completely forgot about it. And then he bought it for me about 2 weeks later because he thought that it would be perfect for me to review here on my channel, which he was right. And so I thought I would go on Maybelline and look at what the foundation kind of aims to do, because on the bottle it literally just says Fluid Touch Foundation. So most foundations will, have a claim to, be full coverage for oily skin, for dry skin, how many hours it's likely to wear for, that kind of thing. But this literally doesn't have anything, so I thought I would go on Maybelline and look at what this foundation claims to do. Okay, so on the Maybelline website it says that this is an ultra fine, lightweight formula that's 12 times finer and can be applied like a face cream. It blends instantly, it's impeccable yet undetectable coverage, buildable coverage that feels natural, no heavy caked on effect, and a special teardrop applicator that delivers the perfect amount of product for fuss-free application. So I'll go on to speak about the qualities of this foundation a little bit later on, but first I just wanted to mention the packaging, and I absolutely love the packaging of this product. It is quite a small bottle compared with other foundations, it is 20 millilitres, but because it is such a liquidy foundation, you don't need a lot of it, which is why it's smaller. It's perfect for travel size. Like I say, it's small, you can fit it in your bag, it's really easy to carry around. I really like the shape of the bottle, kind of like a teardrop shape, just like the applicator. And I'm not actually a big fan of the applicator, to be honest. I'll show it to you now. It looks like this, like a little teardrop kind of shape. And, I kind of like the idea of where it's coming from, the fact that, it's supposed to give you the perfect amount of product to apply to your face, but to be honest it does take, unless you kind of dip it in with a lot of product, it does take quite a while for the product to drip off the applicator. Like, it doesn't have a little button, which if they were going to do this type of applicator, I would prefer if they had a little bit of a button to dispense the product, which would make it a lot easier. But it's something that you can work with, it's not too bad. I have already tried this product before filming this video, so it's not quite a first impression, but I wanted to wear it beforehand so I could kind of see how it wears throughout the day for you guys, as opposed to sitting down and literally just being able to speak about what I see right here and now. So I'll speak about that a little bit later on, but first I'm going to insert a clip here of a demo of me applying the foundation. Okay, so the foundation itself is incredibly lightweight. You can't feel it really at all in the skin, and it blends out like a powder. So you're going to apply it to your skin, and then as soon as you start to buff it in, I used a Real Techniques buffing brush to apply this because I've tried it a couple of times before, and I think that this is the best way to apply it. But as soon as you literally start to buff it into the skin, you can't feel it. It doesn't feel like you're blending out a liquid. It really does feel like a powder on the skin. I've also heard a lot of people mention that it feels like a serum, like an oily serum on the skin, and it really does. When I first got this, I hadn't tried it yet. I was looking for reviews on YouTube, and so many people said that it felt like a serum on the skin. I was like, oh, you know, I don't know how that's going to kind of be, how it's going to kind of feel, how it feels like a serum and a powder in one, but it really does. You know, you're blending it in, and it just feels like you're applying a skincare product instead of foundation. Coverage wise, I feel it's got a pretty good coverage. On me, I don't tend to have too many blemishes, so I would probably say it's a kind of a medium coverage, but buildable. It is so easy to build up. As you can see in the demo, I applied one layer across my entire face, and then I applied a second layer across my cheeks where I do tend to get quite a bit of redness, and this foundation covers my redness on my cheeks better than any other foundation that I have. So even though it's not a completely full coverage foundation, you can build it up, and it builds up flawlessly. You can't see the lines where you've built it up. It really just blends in so well. At first I thought that this was going to be quite a dewy foundation. With it being so liquidy, I thought that it would give a really nice shine and glow to the skin, which it slightly does. It is quite matte, but because it's got quite an oily consistency to it, it does give off a little bit of shine across the face, which some people might not quite like if you're slightly oilier, but for me, who is quite dry, I like that slightly dewy, glowy finish. So for me, the mix of slightly matte but slightly glowy at the same time is absolutely perfect. If you have slightly oilier skin, or you don't like the shine that foundation can give off, this foundation is really easy to set with a powder. I usually always set my T-zone with a powder because I don't like my nose and the centre of my forehead and my chin to be shiny. I just like to have quite dewy cheeks, but it sets flawlessly with a powder, and actually, even though I have dry skin, I can set the whole of this foundation with a powder and it still looks really nice. I would never ever dream of setting my entire face with powder because my skin would shrivel up and it would just look horrendous. But with this foundation, I can set it all with a powder and it lasts throughout the day really well. I also feel that the rest of your makeup applies flawlessly over the top of this foundation. Like I said, with setting your face with powder, powders apply beautifully over this foundation. So like powder bronzers, blusher, highlight, I think just apply really flawlessly, and they stay on your skin throughout the day as well. I find that with other liquidy foundations, I'll apply my bronzer and it starts to break down throughout the day, whereas with this one, my bronzer stays throughout the day and looks flawless. The only thing that I would say that slightly breaks down with this foundation is the powder in your T-zone area, which is where I do tend to get quite oily, but it's not too soon and it's not too oily, so I can wear this foundation pretty much throughout the entire day, and only about 2 hours before I need to take it off will I start to get slightly oily and slightly shiny through my T-zone. So for me, with dry skin, that's not a problem at all because it's only slight and I'll be taking my foundation off soon anyway. For people with slightly oilier skin, that might be a bit more of a problem, but you can just go over and mattify your foundation again a few hours before you're going to take it off. So I really don't think that is a problem at all with this foundation. It also feels really silky smooth on your skin. Like I said at the start, it is very lightweight. You can hardly feel like you've got anything on your skin, and to the touch it is very silky smooth. It's quite oily to begin with, and then it dries on your face, especially if you set it with a powder. It is incredibly smooth and silky. In regards to the wear of this foundation, I feel that on my skin particularly it lasts a very long time. This foundation doesn't have any claims as to how long it's going to wear on your skin throughout the day, but I feel that this can last just as long or even longer as some of my foundations that claim to have a long-lasting wear. As I said earlier, it does start to go slightly oily on my skin as I've been wearing it for quite a few hours, but it is after a long time of wearing it, and it's really easy to just go over and mattify it with the tiniest bit of powder, and then you're good to go again for another few hours. It does say that it's supposed to have no cakey effect, but I do feel that after quite a few hours of wear, it does start to cake up on my skin ever so slightly, just around my nose area and just between my eyebrows here. But again, it's nothing too dramatic, it's only a tiny bit, and it's only really visible from up close. For the different kinds of skin types that I feel could wear this foundation, as I said, I have particularly dry skin and it is perfect on me. With it having that slightly oilier consistency, I feel that it lasts on my skin really well. As I said, even with powder over top, it doesn't go too dry at all. Having said that, I think this would also work for oily skin because you can set it with a foundation over top and it still looks absolutely flawless. With oily skin, you might find that it gets slightly oilier and slightly more glowy throughout the day, quicker than it would on someone like me, but I feel that you could apply a mattifying powder over top and you'd be completely good to go for another couple of hours and it wouldn't look cakey whatsoever. So I really do feel this would be good for all skin types, and to be honest, all age ranges as well. It doesn't settle into fine lines easily, so it'd be good for more mature skin, but it's also good for youthful skin as well because it gives such a silky feel to the skin. Overall, I would give this foundation a 9 out of 10. I really do think it is that good. Pros about this foundation is it's lightweight, really buildable, it's got a good coverage, it really does look flawless, and I feel that it would be good for all skin types. The only cons about this product is that it gets slightly oilier throughout the day, but I think all foundations are going to do that, and it does start to cake up slightly around some areas on my face, but I think that again that is just unavoidable. So this foundation is very, very quickly becoming one of my absolute favourite foundations, and this is the foundation that I am reaching more and more for every day for my everyday makeup routine. So that is the end of my review and demo on the Maybelline Dream Flawless Nude Foundation. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, and I'd also absolutely love to know what you guys thought of the foundation if you've tried it as well. Please comment down below with any other videos that you'd like to see from me, any other review and demos of makeup products, makeup looks, that kind of thing, anything at all. You know, I want to make these videos for you guys. I want to make them really enjoyable to watch for you guys. So please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!